Welcome back to the Global Business Report here on Arise News. It's all happening as we have, of course, a Monetary Policy Committee meeting that's going to be, concluding today in Nigeria under a new central bank governor, Olayemi Cardoso. And at the same time, we've got, of course, the protests that are taking place in Lagos, in Abuja, a number of other states. We should have Punariman Benjamin, our correspondent in Abuja. Punariman, good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us. We just got the lay of the land in Lagos. What's happening on your end?
Okay, so here in Abuja, the nation's capital, at about 8 a.m., the labor union members gathered at the Labour House in the central area in Abuja. They mobilized and hit the streets of Abuja in protest on the issues of fuel subsidy. After they left the Labour House, they moved to the National Assembly where they met the leadership of the National Assembly. And one of the biggest problems that they are speaking to the government about is the economic hardship. They are crying out saying that Nigerians are hungry, prices of food have gone up, inflation and all of those challenges. Of course, the issue of minimum wage is also very, very discussed here at the protest. And of course, you know that the Nigerian government have also been making efforts to cushion the effects of fuel subsidy. But what the labor union is saying is that they are not doing enough. We know that the federal government has also approved the disbursement of 5 billion naira, but the Minister of Finance, Wale Edu, is saying that only 2 billion was actually disbursed. So these are some of the issues. They are complaining that there's so much of hardship and Nigerians really need to see government do something to cushion the effect of the fuel subsidy removal. Now, so we're right here at the National Assembly. If you look behind me, you see that a lot of people are here in solidarity with the Nigerian Labour Congress.
Now, Punariman, you mentioned that they met with leadership at the National Assembly. Did you get any feedback from the leadership at the National Assembly that the union members met with? Was there any reply?
Oh yes, a senator who is representing Plateau State, Senator Diket Plank, was the one who received the letter from the Nigerian Labour Congress president. And he assured them that he's going to take their letter to the floor and have a discussion on these issues so that there can be an immediate intervention to see how they can meet some of these demands that they are making. Of course, they are assuring that very soon that the Nigerian people will begin to see signs of the effect. They are going to make sure that the effect of the removal of fuel subsidy is felt by most Nigerians.
Was there any, because of course we were at the Federal Executive Council meeting where the Minister of Finance talked about paying out unemployment benefits to youth. They talked about direct cash transfers and so on and so forth. Did the labor unions recognize any of that at all? Was that brought up?
No, the labor union said they haven't seen anything. That's what they said, that they haven't felt any impact. That all the promises that the federal government has made, they haven't been able to fulfill any of them. They're also hampering on the issue of minimum wage, which is 30,000 naira. Of course, you know that they are saying in 2011, when 30,000 naira was approved as minimum wage, now in 2004, the realities have changed. So 30,000 naira can no longer sustain a Nigerian. Looking at the cost of living, the prices of food items, bag of rice is 80,000 naira, and someone who is earning 30,000 naira cannot be able to feed his family. A loaf of bread is going for 1,500. So these are some of the issues. Flour is 80,000 naira a bag. So the issues are too numerous to mention. The labor union are saying that if the government does not do anything, that they will take the laws into their hands. But I have one of the labor union leaders here. I don't know if you want.
Yes, look, because there's a sign behind you, and the sign says save the naira,
Yes.
stop the collapse of industries, and stop job losses. I mean, you can bring on the labor leader. Let him tell us how they want that to be addressed. We want to hear how that's going to be. If you can specifically ask that labor leader to answer how that sign behind you, save the naira, stop the collapse of it. Yeah, bring him on. Yeah, bring him on. We got to hear from this person. We want to hear the solutions that they have to save the naira and stop the collapse of industries and the job losses. Pop quiz, 3-question pop quiz. Let's get them on there.
Naira,
yeah.
Stop the collapse of industries. Stop job losses.
How do they want jobless to do it?
So we want you to speak on these particular issues. You're live on air, sir. You can face the camera. Okay, so this is one of the leaders of the labor union, and is here with me. Can you tell us your name, sir?
Yes, my name is Benson Upa. That's my name.
Okay. So we'd like for you to speak on this issue specifically. Save the naira, stop the collapse of industries, stop job losses.
How do we do it? Yeah, you should tell us how to do it.
How do we do this? How do we get to do all of this?
First, reverse the policy of endless flotation of the naira. No reasonable government lets its national currency to the storms of the market. 2, create conditions that will enable production, okay? Stimulate production. Give credit to businesses. They will come back, both big businesses and small businesses. Give them credit. Obama gave credit to General Motors, General Electric, and the rest, and raised the wages of workers, and there was mutual synergy. This is on saving the naira. Stop the collapse of industries. Oh, that takes care of it. Industries are collapsing. GSK, they have all left. Man has been crying. NECA has been crying. And government tells you that the policies are good. Who are these policies good for? If the big businesses are on their knees, small businesses is their obituary, workers cannot find their way home. So who are these policies good for? If not for the World Bank and IMF, and our president should be man enough, he should be president enough to tell them to go to hell. Their policies are not good for us. If not, there will be a general uprising. All these protests we're having from city to city will be a child's play. On the issue of stop job losses, I assume what I have done or what I've said so far equally address the issue of job losses, because as soon as we have stimulated production or enhanced productivity, jobs will be created and jobs will be multiplied. So it is up to the government to put on its thinking cap and not to kowtow to the dictates of IMF and World Bank. We also demand that there should be a stop to corruption. There is a lot of corruption in this government, internal corruption. They know it, okay? Okay, so let government take serious action on the issue of corruption. Let government also reduce the cost of governance, okay? I mean, government cannot pretend that all is well while the people are eating from the dustbins. It cannot continue like this. This is my take.
Much, sir.
Punariman, thank you so much. I wanted to ask him what the minimum wage they're asking for is, but unfortunately we've run out of time. Thank you so much. We're going to run to Lagos now. That's Punariman Benjamin over in Abuja. Let's get together, Lagos. We understand Femi Falana, senior advocate of Nigeria, is speaking right now in Lagos. Let's get to him.
Please, let us be orderly as we have been all day. Before the chair will call on the House of Assembly, please let us agree that in the case of Lagos State, the masses are saying that they've been power, the masses are hungry, and the masses are asking for not just palliatives, we're asking for your rights under the law.
Oh, yes.
Now, what is required? House of Assembly members, what is required is for you to pass a bill to address problems of poverty, of unemployment of our youth.
Stop it, sir. Police should be able to, see the press. Please, sirs. Good afternoon, honorable sirs. Please, sir, the press, they want to capture Babafemi Falana. Sorry, sir. Emma Binu, sir. Yes. Press, those with cameras, they are the only ones that should.
Please, very briefly.